Let's give it a few seconds. Hello and welcome. Today we're going to be talking about dragons. As always, I'm Time Walker, joined by the Cataclysm himself, Zone.
Hey man, what's up?
It's perfect. Are you ready for today?
Yeah man, let's start.
Okay, let's start with the most important thing. The difference between dragons and wyverns.
Difference between dragons and wyverns. Huh. Well, in some fiction the difference is like the dragons have 4 legs and wings, and in some like wyverns have either 2 legs, like walk on 2 legs, or no wings. Right?
The one with no wings, I think they're called worms. Like wingless dragons.
Oh, you meant wyverns. Yeah, wyverns
yeah.
don't have hands, I think.
Yeah, I mean, they have some sort of tiny claw things on the wings.
But no hands.
Yeah, that's always weird. I always hate in Game of Thrones that they call them dragons. But I guess it sounds better than the mother of wyverns, you know?
Yeah, I guess. Although it's kind of a term that covers all of those wyverns, worms, and even dragons, the normal kind.
And including the famous dragon serpents, the ones from Eastern mythology.
Oh yeah, the ones that like from Dragon Balls and such.
Yeah, from Dragon Ball, from the Chinese New Year when they parade the dragon thing around.
Yeah, that's basically the same ones as in Dragon Balls, I think.
Yeah, it's based on the same thing. That one's called Shenron in Dragon Ball.
Shenron, yeah.
It's close to Chinese as you can get.
Yeah, they basically stole everything from Journey to the West and Chinese mythology.
Yeah, that is true. But I do enjoy myself some Dragon Ball from time to time. So.
Yeah, me too. I'm a big fan of anime. You probably noticed.
Oh yeah, I've seen. I'm more on the reserve side with that. Okay. So let's talk.
Go ahead.
Let's talk about the big man himself on screen right now, Neltarion, Deathwing,
the Destroyer,
the Cataclysm.
Yeah, sure. What's your thoughts on him?
So I've done a lore video on Alex Straza that's supposed to come out next week, and I had to deal a lot with him appearing the story, and I have to say I kind of grew fond of him in a way. You know, it makes sense. I mean, he's not to blame for his corruption. It just happened when you're close to the old gods. In Dawn of the Aspects, he's badass. He tells Malagos to fight the Alpha Proto Drake to take her place. I like him.
Yeah, I always actually liked him since like Kata came out. I played WoW since like Wrath of the Lich King back in 2009, on and off, up until like Warlords of Draenor. I skipped Warlords of Draenor, but I was always fan of like Deathwing, and I think that Cataclysm launch cinematic is probably top 3 cinematics that Blizzard ever made, and it was just kind of cool to see this gigantic dragon hold a short speech and then just reshape the entire planet.
Indeed, that was amazing. Especially with the goblins making his armor so he doesn't spill himself out. Genius. It's hard to not like him. He's a cool dragon.
Yeah. It's interesting because, you know, sometimes when you see a dragon, you have... How can I explain this? Some dragons are just like uncool, and then you have Deathwing, you see him, and you're like, God damn, that's cool.
Hold on. What dragons do you think are not cool?
Well, in World of Warcraft or in general?
In general.
Okay, in general, I'm not a fan of the cute type of dragons. In World of Warcraft, it's fairy dragons. In like Yu-Gi-Oh, you got dragons that are like fairies and all cute, and I'm just not a fan of that. If it's a dragon, I want it to be like super badass and mean looking and such. How about you, by the way?
I like dragons that look cool in general. The Witcher, Warcraft, and I think that's about it.
Yeah, Witcher dragons are pretty cool. Actually, in Witcher, aren't they called Wyverns in Witcher as well?
I think I can't remember right now.
Because I think I remember killing a bunch of those in Witcher 3.
And no, here's the thing: you might have killed something else, because the thing with Witcher is that dragons are intelligent beings, like in World of Warcraft, and Geralt, I think that's the way you pronounce it doesn't hunt them. That's like his thing.
So it must have been a worm, I think, because that thing just like one of the opening missions in Witcher 3 has you fighting a worm, I think. He just like massacres a horse and steals it, stuff like that.
Isn't that the Manticore?
I might have been. I'm almost 100% sure you fight a worm.
Yeah, well, you fight
there
something
as well. Huh? My bad. Maybe I'm not sure. Been a while since I played Witcher 3.
It happens. So you don't like the fairy dragons, do you?
Yeah. They actually, when they added a bunch of those in World of Warcraft, I was like, meh, I don't care.
You know, they've been a staple for the Night Elves since like Warcraft 3, when the Night Elves appeared.
Yeah, I know, but I never was a fan. And actually, they didn't appear that much up until like Cataclysm. You had all the dragon flights, and then the most I've actually seen of the fairy dragons was in Mount Hyjal.
Yes, because that's like their thing.
Yeah, they hang around there, I guess, and are getting slaughtered by the Twilight worshippers.
Yeah. Oh, talking about. Go on.
Go ahead.
No, I was changing the subject a little. Go on.
I was just gonna mention, like, dragons in World of Warcraft tend to get slaughtered, which is strange considering they're supposed to be really strong, you know.
Yeah, but it's never, the big ones that get slaughtered. Same with the villains most of the time. It's not you doing the final blow.
I don't know. And I'm not sure who killed Malygos in lore, by the way. I mean, it was probably like a band of heroes or something.
Yeah, it might just possibly be a band of adventurers in the thing. Yeah.
Because, like, Malygos was really strong. I would probably put him just under Deathwing.
Oh, he was very strong, and once he regained his sanity in that comic book, and then, started the Nexus War, he was way stronger than during the Second War.
Yeah, I assumed, because dude has time magic and all kinds of weird, wild magic.
I think time magic is only Nosdormu can do that.
Oh, yeah, my bad. Oh my god, I mixed the two of them. Yeah.
It's okay, they're both cool.
Yeah, Nosdormu is actually pretty cool, but we just don't see him do stuff that much. I mean, the most we've seen were like blue and black dragonflight.
Especially with this thing, you see Kalagos do more stuff than Nosdormu. You see Kalagos do more stuff than Nosdormu does. Kalik.
Yeah, like, he became the new aspect of magic, I guess, and stuff. That's a weird part of lore. Just dude appears and I'm the new boss.
There is the quest line with the Tiragosa and, this chapter for the mages, druids, and whatever, which kind of explains it a little. It's still in game. Thank God it's still in game.
Yeah, and Kalagos was around since like vanilla, I think. So I guess it's fine.
The Burning Crusade, I think that's when he first appears during the Sunwell raid.
Mm-hmm.
But raid, I might be right.
He's one of the raid bosses in Sunwell Plateau.
Yeah.
Plateau.
Okay.
Well, he's pretty strong there, I think.
I think for TBC Classic he is.
Yeah, I didn't play much classic, honestly, Burning Crusade. As I said, I started in like Wrath of the Lich King.
Yeah, I get it.
I was pretty good back then. Fun times. Used to play a paladin and like tanked up to heroic Light of Dawn.
Good, nice. That's a nice
Yeah,
achievement.
yeah, gonna probably go back to playing classic once it's out.
Talking
Hey,
about
what else you? Go ahead. Sorry.
when we talked about uncool dragons and you refer to the dragon fairies or the fairy dragons, it just popped in my head right now that I have a species of dragons I don't like. That's the
Which one?
derpy looking Draktirs. The ones that look like they're supposed to be giraffes with wings.
Wait a minute. Are they all basically the same looking?
No, the dragon form is very customizable, they say. Whatever. But most
Yeah.
of the images they've shown is like this derpy looking dragon with a long neck. It just
Oh
feels
yeah.
weird and wrong.
I actually completely forgot that they have like more human form and like dragon forms. It's gonna be interesting. What I did here actually was that they won't put like gear on their dragon forms, I think.
Oh, that just sucks.
Yeah, that's like, wow, that's just terrible. If it remains like that, it's terrible.
I mean, from their interview last night they had on the Twitter space with Talisian, they don't really seem to have that much finished at this point.
Well, yeah, I mean, you got like basically more than 6 months. I will give it before the expansion comes out.
I'm willing to give it one other year. Or
Nah,
close enough.
there is no way they're gonna keep us in Shadowlands for another year. It's just way too much. Usually, like it usually like ends in December and stuff like that. That's why I think I actually read up on that way before Shadowlands, and they gave estimates for like December of this year.
I mean, yeah, because that's their 2-year cycle that they keep boasting about.
And I think even Blizzard doesn't want us to remain in Shadowlands much longer. People are getting sick of it.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Let's be honest, I don't trust the devs at Blizzard.
I mean, nobody trusts devs.
I'm telling you, there are people out there that do trust them. But I'm trying to keep a distance.
At this point, it would be weird to trust Blizzard with anything. I mean, every game they publish tends to be terrible lately. I'm not sure how Overwatch is doing, but we'll see about that. But you had Diablo remaster that was pretty bad. You had Warcraft Reforged.
We don't talk about that.
Yeah, nobody should mention it. But yeah, they're not doing that well lately. So trusting them is just insane.
Yeah, I know. But there are people that are wholeheartedly eating this up. They have the copium gland still on. The hopium in their veins.
I have a buddy like that. He's super happy about the Dragon expansion. And I'm like, we'll see. Might be bad, might be good.
Yeah, once upon a time I used to be like that. I have a buddy that used to listen to me ramble for hours about World of Warcraft and lore and stuff. Gone are those days, it seems.
Yeah, because the new lore isn't even that interesting. I mean, up to Legion, it was kind of interesting. And yeah, my buddy, the one that I was mentioning, he kind of started in like, I think, by the end of Mists of Pandaria. And his favorite game trailer for WoW is launch of Warlords of Draenor. And I'm like, it really shows that you started just about then.
It's the let's see if I remember it. It's the one with the Garrosh Garrosh. Yeah, Garrosh when they fool Manoroth, or the one in which Garrosh provokes.
That's the one.
Okay, good.
And I'm like, just go watch Wrath of the Lich King, man. It's right there. And he's like, oh, it's boring. Nothing happens. You just see him. And I'm like, how the hell does nothing happen? Did you see that trailer?
Well, it's also important to have a history with the characters.
Yeah, I don't think he has that. That's the issue. He had a connection with Garrosh because Garrosh was doing a lot of wild stuff in like Mist of Pandaria, and that might be the reason why he actually prefers Garrosh over everybody else.
Still a good reason.
Yeah, I'm no Garrosh hater, as you may know.
Yes.
But I would still put Lich King above him.
Same. And I also like Garrosh, but I tend to gravitate more towards evil characters as well.
Yeah. I like villains, actually. Much more than heroes, even.
That depends on the hero, for me.
Yeah. We never actually talked about that. Who's your favorite pure hero, basically, in World of Warcraft?
Well, it used to be Tyrion before he got yeeted.
Yeah, that was pathetic.
Illidan still counts because Illidan's still alive.
I don't know. Illidan's kind of an anti-hero, and
He's
not sure I would put him like pure hero.
He's a good guy in my book, okay?
Yeah, but that's like me saying I like Nathanos or Sylvanas. They both did some wild stuff.
Okay, what about you? What heroes do you like?
Okay, let's see. As I mentioned, by your logic, Sylvanas and Nathanos. But other than that, okay. I liked Varian a lot, but he's dead. I liked Tyrion, but he's dead. I guess I also liked Vol'jin, but he's dead. And I think every single hero that I ever liked is dead.
Well, look at the bright side. Vol'jin might just be the new law of kings.
Hopefully. Although I would prefer Razan, but like Vol'jin is kind of cool, you know.
I know. No, T-Rex as the law is badass. I understand that.
Yeah, man. The law of kings.
And then comes Talanji and queens.
Yeah, and yeah, we actually talked about this a bit, but oh my god, I forgot Talanji. I really liked her. Even though she's like brand new character, I thought she was really badass.
Yeah, and they give her enough time in the expansion so you spend time with her, do stuff with her, get to understand her better. That was very well.
Yeah, it was well done. Especially when you like finish the campaigns and war campaign. You like get to see her coronation and she becomes the queen of the Zandalari.
Yeah.
And like you stand next to her on the golden throne and she's like watching over the empire, and that badass music from Dazar Alor starts playing, and I'm like, wow, this is so good. I got a picture of it somewhere on my Twitter. I'm gonna show you later.
Okay. Yeah, that is pretty badass. Now, by the way, since you bring this up, you can see a change of the guard with how Talanji was treated as a new character that became important compared to Pelagos, for example.
Sorry, could you repeat that? I think the voice call lagged for a second.
Okay. So you can see where the guards changes, because Talanji was a new character introduced, and she gets put into a position of power. She has a better character development than Pelagos, who has basically the exact same story.
I don't know. There's just something about her. I don't know. When for example, when you escape. You break her out of prison from Stormwind, you get to see like a really amazing scene if you played that. So when you escape with her and you get on her ship, first Razan pushes the ship towards the sea and towards the Zandalari Empire, and the Lion's fleet follows it, and then like the mist clears up, and then there's entire Zandalari fleet, and she orders them to open fire on the Alliance fleet. That was so badass.
Yes,
She
indeed.
sank like half of the Alliance fleet in one moment.
Not sure if it was half, but around there anyway. That was badass indeed.
It was a bunch of them.
Regarding this topic and the main theme of our discussion, here's a funny thing. There are a bunch of dead aspects at this point.
Okay, so like Malygos, Deathwing.
Ysera.
Who else is dead?
Ysera.
Oh yeah. Didn't they revive her?
Technically she's supposed to come back, I guess. But it's funny that only Ysera appears during the campaign. Malygos? Deathwing? No. Nada. Nothing.
We talked a bit about that, and I think we came to conclusion that they went somewhere else other than Shadowlands.
Yeah, they might have used the same thing they used for Varian and what was his name? Sourfang. You know, when they go to another place because they're special warriors. They might have done the same for them.
True, but I don't recall, where did they go?
It's a special place for warriors. That's why they never appear. I have no more information on that.
How didn't Alexandros Mograine end up there, or Tyrion?
Or yeah, exactly the same question.
Or what's his name? Uther? That's weird.
Yeah,
I think Alexandros Mograine is probably one of the greatest Alliance champions to ever live.
Indeed, I agree with that statement.
Probably even above Uther the Lightbringer.
Yeah, I would say so. There is a might in the Ashbringer, you know.
I mean, yeah, he was freaking called the Ashbringer. So, like, he destroyed a bunch of Scourge. And is the comic still canon? The assault on Naxxramas?
I have no information on that, but at this point, I think it is very canonical. I don't think there's information that nullifies it.
Mm-hmm. That was really, really good comic. I loved how they explored like Naxxramas and stuff.
Yeah, indeed, it was amazing.
Yeah. Too bad he died in a weird way, and then like we got Darion Mograine, and then like he got revived. Wait a minute. So, did he talk to Darion from Shadowlands? How did that work?
He did talk to Darion, something about family and stuff, but
yeah, but like, where was his soul exactly? I think it was in the Frostmourne, right? Was it?
No. If I remember correctly, it's not the Lich King that kills. No, it's not the Lich King that kills Alexandros.
Oh yeah.
It's his own son. Else. It's his own son that kills him in Stratholme.
The one we killed in Scarlet Monastery.
Yeah. By the way, funny how they tried to build up another Archers with that, and it was just lamer.
Darion is one of the underrated characters. He's pretty cool. I always liked him.
Indeed, he was. I have to agree.
Although the Ebon Blade did some shady stuff in Legion.
Yeah, you know, the Death Knight players that, of course, did the bad things with the baby whelps are gonna get special dialogue about that.
About them attacking Light's Hope Chapel again?
No, it's about if you do the Death Knight Order Hall thing to get the mount, you have the option of killing the last remaining whelps of the Red Dragonflight. Like, they're not gonna make more after this. That's their whole species' hope. You get to kill them, and you get special dialogue in Dragonflight for that.
I think that Alexstrasza and the rest will be pretty mad about that.
Yeah, she does have a commentary about that, if I remember well.
Yeah, but if you actually ended her race, that's kind of... I would expect more. Except, aside from the dialogue, I mean.
Oh yeah, yeah, you would expect at least to start a negative reputation with them, but they're gonna probably
Yeah.
start as normal with everyone.
Or like hated or something.
Yeah, like with the Brudenos Dormo. I never like that. I'm always hated with them because I never do their thing.
Nobody ever bothers. I just go in there, pick up a few quests, try to do them, and then like, what the hell?
Yeah,
It's just dull.
the thing with the Brudenos Dormo hating you is just a relic from Classic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, true. Did you ever like get reputation with Mind Rest?
I think I got reputation with them, and I think it was in some, maybe in the Nexus part. I don't remember exactly, but I think I got some things with them.
Yeah, I get like mount and few transmogs and stuff. It's not that important, but I guess, hey, free mounts. I went out of my way to collect all of the like drakes on from Wrath of the Lich King. There's like 10. All of them look the same.
That also includes the Proto Drake, right?
Time Lost or the green one? Which one do you mean?
Time Lost.
Proto Drakes are actually different race entirely, I think, from the regular dragons.
No, regular dragons evolved from them.
Yeah, but they
Titan
became
magic.
technically a new race, I think.
Yes, now in Dragonflight, those pro dragons became something else. I think they became.
They did.
I think they become worms, because from what the concept art I saw, they don't seem to have wings.
They don't? That's odd. Oh,
I mean,
yeah, I guess. Did you ever farm Time Lost?
can you repeat that, please?
Did you ever farm Time Lost Proto Drake?
Oh no, no, no. I plan to at some point get on a low population server, a dead server, and get it there, but no, didn't waste time for this one.
I actually had to farm that for like 2 weeks nonstop, and I got it eventually. I was pretty happy about it.
What's the respawn rate on that? How many hours?
I think 8 to 12 hours, but like it shares spawn time with another dragon called Viragosa,
Oh,
and it's like absolute torture to farm him.
bro, that's just bullshit.
He's not even that cool. You at the same time you had like frost broods, though it's much harder to get a frost brood.
The one I don't think is that hard, to be honest. The one from the ICC, I think those are pretty okay to get.
You need glory.
I think I have both of them. So
You got glory already? I actually went to do that, and some achievements didn't even work, I think. I lacked like 3 achievements for glory.
yeah, there are some weird ones like Lady Death Whisper that
Yep, that one's definitely is busted or something.
you gotta get lucky with that one. You just gotta waste enough time or somehow get it to respawn the fight, you know?
I think I even did those back in like Wrath of the Lich King. I'm not sure. I lost my account to time, or I guess you could say.
Time lost account.
Yeah. Did you know that even the Shadowmourne quest is actually broken?
It's broken? I thought it worked.
Yeah, man. No. I had to ask GM to like give me Light's Vengeance.
The hammer.
Yeah, it just like phases out of existence when you enter the cavern.
Oh, that's gonna be bad.
Yeah, let's get back on topic. What do you think we should talk about next, I guess?
Let's tackle some dragons from other things.
Yeah, sure. Okay, let's see.
You said you also know stuff about 40k, don't you?
Yeah, fair bit. I think I listened to almost all Lord by now.
void dragons?
Well, I wouldn't say dragons because
Well,
I think
dragon.
there's only one. Like, what's his name? I know his title is the Void Dragon. I forgot his name. Let me Google.
Sure. Like, I know there's speculation that there's a void dragon or something like that inside Mars.
Yeah, Magladroth.
Hmm.
He's the, what's it called? A Catan shard. That's basically what the cult Mechanicum worships.
As the Omnissiah.
Yeah, Omnissiah. Yeah, they do actually. The Void Dragon is imprisoned in Mars.
Okay. That's good. I still know my
And
lore.
he's the one imprisoned in Mars, and they're worshipping him basically. But they think that he's like the Omnissiah, and it's not the. It's weird part of lore where they think that he's the God Emperor, but at the same time, he's most likely the Catan shard of Magladroth.
Didn't they? I thought it was a schism. This was based on a schism. Like, there were some that believed the Omnissiah and the Emperor, the God Emperor, are separate, and then others that believe that they're one and the same.
The Mechanicum did split during the heresy, but I'm not sure it's due to that. I'm not completely sure actually. I know they split, like in Dark Mechanicum and Mechanicus, current one that's working with the Empire.
Yeah.
Imperium.
Yeah, I don't remember why they split.
They split because one basically supported Horus and the other supported the Loyalists.
Yeah,
It's a cool lore, like Titans and stuff.
Yeah, and Imperial
Humbling
Knights.
of Ryza is a good story, for example. You had like one planet that produced a bunch of Titans and they wanted to prove themselves and they got crushed, of course, eventually.
It's always serious.
Yeah. All in all, 40k basically has one dragon, and he's not even really a dragon, technically.
I mean, he has a title of dragon.
Yeah, I guess he does, but he sure as hell doesn't look like one. Did you ever see concept art of him?
No, can't say I did.
He looks like a human with wings, basically.
Let me look it up. Oh, yeah. Not that impressed, honestly.
Yeah. Well, he's not that impressive himself, you know. Catan are not. It's not like there's one Catan. There's a bunch of them. There probably is one stronger than him, even.
Possibly.
He's just the one that the Emperor of Mankind likely fought on Earth or something like that. That's how the lore goes, I think.
That's interesting.
Okay, let's see. Do you want to talk about Dragonflight a bit?
Sure. Let's do it.
Okay, let's try it like this. Do you think it... Let's start like this. Do you think it will be good or bad?
I'm expecting only bad things.
Why?
I have grown jaded after Shadowlands and all the promises of listening to feedback and changes and stuff like that. It will probably be good at the end of the expansion, you know, once most of the gameplay stuff is solved. The story is just gonna suck, I'm expecting.
I would say I'm like 50-50. Might be good, might be bad. Story-wise, it depends. You could like take a generic route when there's like, oh, this new bad cult or bad guy who wants to do bad stuff. If they do that, it's gonna be pretty dull, you know. But if they do something new, it might be better. Like, most of people would be satisfied if they were like, oh, we're gonna revive Galakron or something. That would be fairly okay, I think.
Not that sure I'm on board with Galakron coming back.
Who would you want as, like, main villain of the expansion?
Ration.
Isn't he dead?
No, Ration is not dead.
Didn't we kill him in Nyaloda?
No, he's alive.
How?
It escapes me. You gotta understand, I didn't raid back then and didn't watch the things. Got out of the loop in Battle for Azeroth, you know?
Well, if he survived Nyalota, then yeah, sure, he could be the main villain. Although he's kind of like poor man's Deathwing.
Yeah, except he's good, apparently. Momentarily. Ration was always, I think, good. I mean, if you exclude the part where he saves Garrosh and opens the portal to alternate Draenor, and from then comes the Burning Legion.
Didn't like another dragon open the portal?
It was Ration's machination, but he used Kai's Dormu to do that. Kaizo Dormu, whatever.
Kai's Dormu, yeah, something weird from Timeless Isle. But like, I'm not entirely sure he's good. He's like always been extremely suspicious since like Mixes of Pandaria.
Yeah, but apparently he has good motives. He wants to remake the Black Dragon fight.
Yeah, you mean like Deathwing was going to do that as well? Yeah, he had good reasons, you know.
Yeah, but no, apparently this time he's not gonna be bad, from what we know. I am expecting them though that they will bring the Infinite Dragonflight back.
That would most likely be a good idea. So, like, it's also easy to explain. Like, Murazond can just come in and say, like, did you really think killing one, like, version of me would stop me? I'll just come from another timeline and stuff like that.
I mean, possibly. I just feel bad for those Dormu as long as the Infinite Dragonflight exists, you know?
Yeah, they're always going to be like, it's only a matter of time, man. You're going to become evil eventually.
Yeah, you're gonna destroy everything you work to protect. Yeah.
Did they even get their powers back though?
No, they lost their aspect powers at in the Dragon Soul raid. But yeah, I guess they're gonna get something back in the Dragon Isles, or they might not get anything.
I would bet they're gonna like find something that restores their powers. That's how it works. Because, you know, they mentioned like dragons will be the protectors of Azeroth again. Although that to me that's extremely cringe, considering like my warrior from Shadowlands could most likely kill Alexstrasza in one hit.
Here's
like who are you gonna protect?
Here's a funny thing. In Dawn of the Aspect and the present time part, after they're done with the Deathwing, Alexstrasza and Dormu Nisera disband the Wyrmest Accord. So, you know, they're all going separate routes. But Khalek brings them all back to be the Guardians of Azeroth. You know, to still continue the Accord. Yeah,
the weird part about that, they're basically nearly extinct. And some of them are extinct. And I'm like, how are they going to protect anything they literally can't even protect themselves?
Yeah, I think there's a high number of casualties when it comes to the Red Dragonflight. A lot of them.
Yeah, but you basically said Death Knights make them go extinct.
They can't make babies anymore, but I think that's the thing with the other Dragonflight. They can't make babies. The red ones were just lucky to have a few babies before somebody comes and butchers them all, of course.
Yeah, for fun. Death Knights. You should just like revive a bunch of dragons and be done with it. Like imagine recreating the Frost Brood.
That would be kind of weird.
It not that weird, you know. It wouldn't even be hard actually. That Knights could just come around, grab a bunch of corpses, and revive them.
Here's a question: the frost broods are undead dragons, but I always thought, and I'm not sure if I'm right with this. I need to check up that they were part of Malagos's former brood of the Blue Flight.
Some of them are. Do you know who Sindragosa is?
Yeah, I know who Sindragosa is.
She was a consort of Malagos, and she got wrecked by Deathwing during. I think it was during the War of the Agents, but I'm not sure. But basically, he wrecked her, and she escaped to North, and then couldn't reach Wyverns to die. And instead, she died in Ice Crown, and later on, he found her corpse and revived her.
Yes. That's how it goes.
As for the rest, I'm not sure. I'm sure Sapphiron, I think, was Red Dragonflight, but I think it was just like Wild Dragon or something.
No, he was blue. I've replayed Warcraft 3. He was blue.
Been a while. But yeah, he was just like random dragon or something. As for Chilma and Rhymefang, I'm not sure about those.
Those might have been any color.
Yeah, does not really matter which color you are when you're a skeleton, you know?
Yeah, that is pretty true, you know?
Although, it might be a requirement to become Frostbrood because the blue ones are more into magic and stuff.
I don't think there's a Frostbrood dragon that uses magic. Am I wrong?
They use like frost magic, nothing else, honestly.
Okay, so they could be blue.
Yeah, I think Blue Dragonflight also uses frost magic a bit. Not entirely sure. Just 1 sec.
Sure. Now, to be honest, I like blue dragons. They're pretty cool.
Yeah, magic users and stuff.
Hmm.
Do you know the story about Crystal Forest? What it's called? Crystal Song.
Something crystallization. No, it escapes me. No.
Yeah, TLDR, that's what happened. I think the Blue Dragonflight fought Red Dragonflight, and they like used some weird magic and made all the trees become crystal.
Now that sounds interesting.
Yeah, just like tiny part of lore for a zone where you put Dalaran.
Now I would like to have that for my garden.
Just make everything crystal and razor sharp, right?
Yep. That way I can make sure there's no stupid birds trying to steal my tomatoes.
Yeah, and the second they land, they got impaled by and killed.
Well, that solves the problem of dinner for me.
Free food.
Yeah.
Good idea. Okay. So, let's see. Yeah, we were talking about Dragonflight expansion.
Yes.
We didn't really get that much info though, so it's kind of hard to find what to talk about regarding that expansion specifically.
Well, we still have the chromatic Dragonflight, if you think about it. There might be a chance.
But they're like a weird part of the lore. Aren't they? They're hybrids or something, right?
Yeah, they're forced experiments so they can be multiple colors at once. You know who is a chromatic dragon? The Draktyr.
All of them?
Yep, because Draktyrs are combinations from all the Dragonflights, except the black one. Logically.
That's interesting. Why wouldn't he add black one?
I have no idea, and nothing's explained about this yet, you know. But since we're talking about Neltarion, you would expect he would put this thing.
Maybe he like wanted to avoid them becoming corrupted or something. Maybe he at the time he like started feeling the corruption of the old gods.
We don't know, but if you think about it, all dragons can get corrupted. We saw this
Yeah,
with the
true.
green ones, with the bronze ones, with the black ones.
But like Black Dragonflight is most in tune with the earth, you know, and that's how they explain why Deathwing was corrupted first. He was like the closest to the old gods.
Yes. But by the way,
And that's what.
I can't help but make out a comparison. When he pulled the Dragon Soul thing on the other aspects, he didn't put anything of himself in the Dragon Soul. And now now we learn he made the Drag Tears. He didn't put anything of himself in them. Yeah, no.
I don't know, maybe he had some kind of inferiority complex when making them. But like in Dragon Soul, I'm pretty sure he didn't put any power because he wanted to steal their power.
Yeah, to
and
control
not
them.
like weaken himself.
Yeah, I'm just making throwing idea. You know, I'm just sticking spaghetti on the wall. What if he planned to make the director and he was evil and something and he didn't get to make them evil?
We'll probably get some explanation, and it probably won't be very good, but like we'll get it. Yeah,
Indeed.
one of the moments I forgot to mention was like I think it was only mentioned in book, but it was like Deathwing when he took the Dragon Soul. Didn't he like completely obliterate the demon invasion?
The demons, the night elves, the blue dragonflight.
Yeah. That's what I wanted to say. He like killed a bunch of night elves as well. He did not care.
Yep.
But in the end, like the day was won.
Yeah, because I think the Dragon Soul was too strong for him to use it.
Could be. Although I think he just didn't care about the rest of them.
Also, a bunch of the plates he has on him are because of the Dragon Soul. It was starting to crack at him. That's how strong it was.
Yeah. I think actually all of them are because he couldn't contain the power.
I still expect him to have some scales left.
Yeah, he has, but I was saying every scale that was put on him was basically just to cover the fact that his skin was breaking. He does have a lot of the original, I think, scales and stuff.
Indeed, he has. You can see them in the Dragon Soul raid, and they're mentioned in Day of the Dragon. That's how Ronin manages to break the Dragon Soul, by using one of his scales.
So that's weird. I'm not sure why that worked, but okay, I guess. Why would that work?
He has hard scales, you know.
Yeah, I mean, sure, but why would he need his specifically to?
Well, if I remember well, he didn't really need his. It just so happened that one of his fell, and he just used it.
Oh, yeah, I guess sure, but they couldn't be that much harder than like Serenite.
They didn't
sorry,
use.
not Serenite. What's it called? What's the Cataclysm metal called?
Let me just search it up quick because I know it's not Serenite, and I read about it today.
The one that they put on him. I forgot what's it called.
Let's see. Dragon Soul, Demon Soul, Created Asha, Elementium.
Yeah. I think they made it out of Elementium. Yeah. Imagine if he had like, oh man, imagine if they like made his armor out of primordial Serenite or something.
You know, it's funny.
Actual blood of the old gods.
Yeah, that would be that would be awesome.
You would have like he would probably become blue, but it would probably work better than an Elementium.
Yeah, you would expect it would work better. And I'm also expecting him to get like a power boost from it, you know, like
True, though it is another old god, not the same old god.
I think they have different powers. I know that. I think it might
The
just work.
the like primordial Saronite, I think, has ties with Yogg Saron,
Yep.
and that wing is like is he with Khatoon, right?
I think he was corrupted by Nzot.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And
So that would be kind of weird if he mixed two of them.
but I mean the old gods have the same purpose, so it would make sense that, you know, they will somehow work together to do this.
Uh, they can work together, but they don't really like working together, I think.
Yeah, that's a thing that needs to be explored. We need to find out at some point. How does the void work? Besides
Yeah.
creeping in your mind and trying to corrupt you. We got that.
And I think the only time that they worked together was like when they fought the elementals when they first landed on Azeroth.
Yep. Before corrupting them. Yes.
Yeah, yeah, when they fought like Ragnaros, Terrazane, and such.
And then when they fought the Titans.
Yeah, yeah. Although, interestingly enough, if like Ragnaros fought just Yogg Saron and such, I would probably put my money on Ragnaros.
I'm not sure if there's any insanity for Ragnaros to have. So I think you're right on that.
True. But like, I mean, like in a battle, well, what's he gonna do when Ragnaros stands up and smacks you with Sulfuras?
Plus, he's made of fire. What are tentacles gonna do? Burn?
Yeah, like, yeah, dude is literally on fire. Would have been a sight to see, and like, yeah, didn't they also team up during the Black Empire, or was Black Empire just one of them?
From what I know, Black Empire was Enzot solely. It was him
Yeah.
alone.
Yeah, my bad, I forgot that. But it was interesting actually. I read that long time ago because of the trolls, and I think you got some super chat.
It's a sticker. Midnight Noodle. Hey, you again, my friend.
Hey, dude.
Glad to have you. You've been on a roll. Coming 3 days.
Okay, we can continue, I guess.
Yeah.
Where was I? Yeah, I was reading Black Empire because of the trolls. Didn't like trolls actually manage to fight off the old god?
No, trolls are a much later addition to Azeroth. Way
I
later.
know that they managed to like split the empire of the old gods.
Yes, no, you're right. I remember now. It was the thing with the Ankiraj, Nerubians, whatever, when they were one big empire and the trolls managed to split them apart. Yes.
Yeah, could be. That was like pretty badass. Imagine that fight.
I mean, you have trolls against bugs.
Nerubians are kind of strange race, though.
Yeah.
Like, why are they only on Northrend? We barely ever see them outside of Northrend.
Oh no, I thought you said they were strange because, you know, there's this thing, are they spiders or normal insects? You know, it is a pretty heavy discussed topic.
That too, but they're like distinct race. And they aren't created by any of the other like gods or whatever. I'm not sure who created them, but they only became like slaves to the old gods and stuff like that later on.
The Kiraji, which includes Nerubians, Ankiraj, the bugs in Pandaria, they're all creations by the old gods. But Nerubians just evolved like this when after the Sundering.
But like where they, I know Cthulhu created like the insects and such, right?
I think all 4 of the gods created them.
Oh, they did. I thought the only one who was making insects was the one in Silithus.
No, they have insects like everywhere.
Oh, interesting. Why didn't we see them in Old War then? That's strange.
That is a good question.
Yogg-Saron, as far as I know, was like creating Curse of Flesh and stuff like that.
Yes, so Yogg-Saron is responsible for that. To a certain degree, it was the proximity to Earth that really screwed them. And, well, except for the Vikru, no, excuse me, I'm just jumping stories. I was jumping stories. I was thinking about the Vikru, how they just end up like that, how they become humans, but that's a different story than the Curse of Flesh.
Not entirely. They were pretty sure they were constructs too.
Yes.
But like when they became bright cool, eventually they started having children, and the children were humans. And King Ymiron I think it was Ymiron, wanted to like kill every single human child.
Yeah, because to their society, the humans were weak, puny, useless. Butcher them.
Yeah, and not he's not entirely wrong, you know, considering Rykools are way stronger than base humans.
Yeah, the biggest problem was that they couldn't make more. At some point, they started having fewer and fewer Vikruls and just more humans.
Yeah, that's true. They couldn't really effectively reproduce, but yeah, sure. Although, imagine if they like kept humans and you had a Rykool empire on Northland.
That would have changed the story a lot. No Eastern Kingdoms, a troll-filled land. No High Elves. The High Elves aren't gonna get out of that one.
Yeah. It would be interesting. Anyway, let's get back on the dragons. We're straying way off topic.
It's still related.
In a way, yeah, but like the title is Dragons and Wyverns, you know?
Oh my.
Dragons.
So by the definition of a wyvern, 2 legs and wings with no arms, the proto drakes kind of are that thing when you think about it.
Yeah, they do have like. Actually, yeah, they are exactly that. They have like no front legs. They have just back legs and wings.
Yep. Now, there's also an interesting aspect to dragons in World of Warcraft. The Nether Drakes.
The Nether Drakes, do not know that. I think I read it somewhere that they are black dragonflies that got corrupted by the Nether.
Have no clue on them. I never looked up on them. I just realized they have a lot of mounts you can get.
True, but yeah, in the Shadow Moon Valley. But I'm like 100% sure they're Deathwing spawns that ended up in Outland.
It is possible because at the end of Warcraft 2, when Khadgar is closing the portal, you see the shadow of a dragon flying towards the portal, and that is presumably Deathwing.
Yeah, that I was going to mention that because I didn't think it was Deathwing, but now that you mention it, I'm almost entirely sure that's what I read. That Deathwing went to Outland, and that's how the Nether Drakes came to be.
Yeah, and now comes the question: how the fuck did he get out of of Outland and come back to Azeroth to tell Necro Skullcrusher where the Dragon Soul is. The portal was closed at that point.
I don't know. Like, considering how insane he is, I wouldn't be surprised if he like flew through space or something.
Yeah, just pull a Draenei.
Yeah, or like hide. Or, I don't know. He could have technically hid until it was reopened eventually.
But it gets reopened way too late for him to come back and do the events of Day of the Dragon.
Could be a plot hole.
Yeah, possibly. There's also the possibility that Day of the Dragon happens before the closing of the portal by Khadgar. So
it's also possible. But yeah, technically he could hide in Outland. Outland is pretty massive, a lot of places to hide. He could have hid there until it was reopened and just like sneak through and go back to Azeroth and wait for Cataclysm.
Yeah, but why waste time on Outland? Outland doesn't really, or back then didn't really have that much going for it. Some broken Draenei, some forgotten orcs.
True. Yeah, it was really a barren wasteland like before Illidan and such.
I mean, Illidan's reign didn't really help them that much either. Zagramash from Lady Vash,
but there was like something new. It was like really boring, probably for him if he was staying there. Although there was places like Tempest Keep. Didn't Tempest Keep wasn't Tempest Keep always there?
It was always there. It was like the last bastion of the Draenei before the Blood Elves came and butchered them.
Yeah. Wait, wasn't it empty?
Nope.
No, I actually thought that all of them escaped with Exodar.
Nope, a bunch of them got butchered, and after that they left. The Draenei have a bad habit of being genocided.
Yeah. Not good to be a Draenei. Or a dragon, I guess, lately.
Or a dragon. Midnight Noodle asks, gonna watch the interview on Asmongold? I'm gonna be honest, not a big fan of Asmongold. Zone, if you want, we can watch it. We can watch it.
I mean, if you want to, yeah, I got time. I'm fine with Asmongold. Doesn't seem like a bad dude, although he doesn't seem to play Warcraft much lately.
I mean, I guess we can. I've done the Twitter space last night, so might as well do this one. But I don't know at what hour does he start.
Let me check Twitter actually. He's interviewing Steve Daniser and Ion, right?
I think it was only Ion.
Okay. Isn't Daniser the one that ruined Sylvanas?
Kill this.
Yes.
Damn. I would not want to watch that.
Okay, he's live. Let me see if I can pull this Microsoft Edge thing on here. And window.
He says he thinks it's in 2 hours.
Think it's in 2 hours. Though he appears live, or maybe I'm just misinterpreting something. Yeah, let's just enter and see.
Twitter or somewhere else.
He seems live here. Oh,
that's when you're flying around.
now it's Mr. GM talking to Brian about Dragonflight. So there is some time before we do that. Before he talks with Ion. I guess we can wait.
Well, you can just pause that. We can talk about something else until whatever.
Yeah, sure. Just the
So
good sound.
Why don't you like Asmongold? What's your problem with him?
I'm just not that big of a fan, to be honest. I don't really hate him. I don't have a problem with him like I have with other Warcraft YouTubers. I just don't like it. Not my style.
How about Bellular Gaming?
Randomly, I will watch some of his stuff. I'm more in the neutral zone with him as well.
Yeah, he's okay. I used to watch him back in the day, but to me, he's like a news channel, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And Asmongold is like content and games and such. Asmongold's fine, I guess.
Like
What else?
I'm gonna be honest. I would much rather prefer Asmongold and Belluar compared to Talisian.
I don't actually recall ever even watching Taliesin. What does he even do, by the way? Is he like you just streaming Warcraft or what?
Yeah, he does a bunch of stuff for Warcraft, and I feel I can't really give you a proper explanation without being biased. You know, I can't really be objective in this thing.
I mean, just give me cliff notes. What's wrong with him? In your opinion?
Yeah, you know, you're right. That's a better idea. I'll just give you cliff notes about what I don't like about him. I consider him a Blizzard shill. First of all, I don't like the way he talks to his fans on streams. I've got like a video of him spurging out at somebody in his chat because he didn't understand what remake was, and the discussion about the jailer remaking reality. His wife got mad at him with that, and he continued to spurg out. His wife got even more madder at him, and then he blamed the chat for his wife being mad at him.
Interesting. So, what didn't he understand about remaking?
The discussion was about this thing with the jailer. The jailer said he will remake reality, blah blah blah. You know. And people in chat were like, okay, he wants to destroy us because, you know, remaking reality. And Talisian was something like, no, he's not gonna destroy us because that's not what remaking means.
What the hell? Yeah, it does. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. If he's gonna remake it as he sees fit, what if he doesn't want you in his new reality? Although I think most villains like say I will remake it in my image more as a figure of speech than like them being actually capable of doing it.
Yeah, but you know, the jailer was capable of doing it. He had this thing of creation. He could reset time, and you know.
Yeah, he had like a bunch of dumb powers for some reason. Does anyone really care about that? I mean, he was supposed to be like the biggest threat, and nobody takes him seriously.
Yeah,
I don't think he himself takes himself seriously.
Yeah, it's just stupid. It's a ass pool of a villain, to be honest.
And we got a comment. This new expansion looks cool. I might start playing WoW if it's new player friendly. That's why I'm curious about the interview, because he's going to ask him questions about that stuff, new player experience. Well, I can just like quickly respond to that. WoW has been new player friendly for a while now, probably over 5 years, I would say.
Here's the thing, from what we've learned yesterday, the progression for Dragonflight will be, if you're a new player, of course, is gonna be Exile's Reach, the special zone, made entirely for level 1 to 10. Battle for Azeroth until level 60, and then you go to Dragonflight. I think even if Dragonflight will suck, I think it's a better experience than being yeeted out of Battle for Azeroth and forced to go into the Shadowlands. So I think at that point it's gonna be more okay.
It's more like it's more organic in a way. Like if you go to one set of islands, do quests, and then to another set of islands, rather than getting sent into like realm of death. Like, where the hell did that come from?
Yeah, you know, like, hero, we need you to save these poor unfortunate souls that got stranded on an island. Hero, we need your help against the horde, the alliance. Hero, go with Jaina and Troll into the afterlife.
You go into literal hell. Yeah,
Yes.
like you just finished fighting a war with your enemy faction, and they're like, "Hero, can you jump into this portal to literal hell with no chance of returning?"
Yeah,
That was pretty weird, actually. That they will jump in. Like, you get told that there's almost no chance you will ever make it back, and they're like, let's just jump into literal hell. Who cares? Like, we're gonna be fine.
oh yeah, it's gonna be okay. I mean, at the end of the day, you're gonna be okay.
Yeah, but like, I expect writing better than that. First, they tell us there's no escape, and then you're like, oh, I'm the chosen one. Only I can open the portals out of Ma for some reason. That does not make sense. How did we even find like portals out of it? And why are they portals out of it? That doesn't make sense either to me.
We've made portals using the Helm of Domination, if you remember. That's why we made portals to the
Didn't we find the monoliths?
That's when you're in the maw and you save Jaina and Troll.
Yeah, did we even see? Oh yeah, we did actually bring those fragments. True.
Yep.
But why are we the only ones that can open portals out of Ma then?
Lore-wise, you're not the only Maw Walker. There are multiple of them.
So couldn't have Jailer just grabbed one of them?
Well, technically, those are player characters, you know, so no.
Yeah, I guess, but that's just like weird lore.
Yeah, indeed it is. It is, but you know, that's what we get for this one.
Yeah. Unescapable realm that we keep going in and out from by like hundreds of thousands of people.
Yeah, and here's the funny thing. You'd expect that not many people on Azeroth would know about the Shadow Realms and how it is. No, the citizens know.
Yeah. Well, neither did we, technically. I don't think did any of us actually know that Shadowlands existed prior to launch of Shadowlands?
Yes, Death Knights. I have a video on this where I explain in the Death Knight starting zone, once you do a quest for the Salanar guy to grab the horse, you are sent into the Shadowlands.
Yeah, but that's not the same thing. That's definitely not the same thing.
Yeah, it's definitely not the same thing. The Emerald Dream is not the same thing either. When it's gonna appear, it's not gonna be the same thing.
The realm that Salanar sends you in is like more like ghosts that are stuck on Azeroth realm rather than Shadowlands itself.
A bunch of the ghosts in the Shadowlands are the Whispers of the Lich King.
And like if you did quests in what's the call the blue guys, what's their name?
Draenei?
No, the Shadowlands blue guys.
The Kyrian.
Ascended or something.
The Kyrian.
Yeah. If you did their quests, you actually go into Azeroth as a ghost. So that's what I'm saying. You got ghosts that are stuck on Realm of Death on Azeroth rather than being sent to Shadowlands, if you understand.
I understand. It doesn't make sense.
It's like a realm before you get picked up by a Kyrian and taken to Shadowlands.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so like in the cinematic they have with Artis and Uther.
Yeah, basically they take your soul and then go. But in this quest you had to go back to Azeroth, to like Redridge Mountains.
Okay. That's kind of weird. I didn't do the Kyrian stuff. So.
But yeah, it basically, long story short, Realm of Death before you're taken to Shadowlands.
Mm-hmm. God.
It's weird. The same realm that we walk through after we die to our body. That's the realm. That's the exact same one.
Okay, I get it now. Ooh. Yeah, Shadowlands is just weird. And I've played the Ventier campaign with Revendret. And even though some of the Ventiers had Romanian names, I was not that impressed.
Think they were all like speaking in weird accents. They were kind of funny.
I don't know. It just didn't do it as good storytelling for me, especially in Revendret. And
I mean, it's Shadowlands.
yeah. And you would think like, oh, Romanian representation, this should really count. No. Nah. I'm sorry, just seeing an NPC named Bogdan doesn't change my mind if the story is good or not.
Yeah, though you have like Serbians that are called Bogdan.
Yeah, I should have picked a better name, you're right. But you understand the idea. Just because it sounds Romanian doesn't fill my heart with joy.
But yeah, what can you do? Modern story writing is not that great. Not gonna lie, modern story writing in general is not that great. Not just World of Warcraft.
Oh yeah, I totally agree.
Hard. It's really hard to find a movie or TV show, a game, or anything that's actually well written.
I lately, or for some time now, I gravitated towards more Eastern stuff. Like I've watched Kingdom. It's a Korean zombie medieval movie series. I mean, it's pretty nice. Okay. I also seen another one, and I would recommend it to you and Midnight Noodle. It's called The Gangster, the Cop, and the Devil. And it's about a gangster and a cop that work together to catch a serial killer.
Huh. Nice. Yeah, you're right, actually. Like, Eastern stuff has been going wild. From, like, Squid Game to Alice in Borderland to Parasite to... Yeah, Kingdom, Train to Busan, bunch of good stuff. Plus, like, you got anime and manga that's absolutely destroying everything that's Western. Like, did you know that a single manga outsells entire comic book industry?
It was Demon Hunter.
Demon Slayer.
Demon Slayer, yeah.
Yeah. And it's basically outselling the entire comic book industry combined.
Didn't end though?
Demon Slayer. I don't think it's ended yet. You just had like second season of the anime, and I think it's still ongoing. But not just that. You got like One Piece, for example. That's pretty old, like 25 years or so, and it's still selling hundreds of thousands of copies. It's sold like 2.3 million in France alone, I think.
That's a lot. Squid Games,
like
Parasites.
Yeah, just mentioning some. Squid Game was good. Hey, they're also making second season soon, I think, of Squid Game.
Yeah, I think they're going with the bad thing out. When something continues, when it should just end it. But
I would not actually say that, because Squid Game has a lot of open plot lines that were never solved. Like, you had did you watch the show actually?
Yeah, I did.
Like, do you remember the cop that escaped in the end?
The cop is alive. If you're not shown his dead body laying somewhere, he's alive. That's the rule.
He's 100% alive. And you forgot his name, Jihan or something. He's probably gonna enter Squid Games again.
Yeah.
Or at least like work with the cop to like uncover them. So that's why I'm saying there's a lot of open threads.
They are. I just don't want things to end up the same way The Walking Dead ended, for example, or even worse, Game of Thrones.
Wait. Did Walking Dead actually end?
My father told me there's like another season out.
Yeah, of course there's. That The Walking Dead does not end.
Apparently.
Infinite amount of seasons.
Yeah, that's just milking a franchise.
It is, because it hasn't been interesting since like you could have done it in like 2 or 3 seasons tops. Zombies get kind of boring over time.
I agree. They get boring. Well, when you get a lot of them, it gets very boring. But the comic book for The Walking Dead also suffer from the same thing. It was huge, endless numbers, until at some point it just abruptly ended. And did you read the Attack on Titan?
The manga.
The manga. The manga.
Yeah. Why? Why do you ask?
Okay, so we're gonna keep this Attack on Titan thing a little bit spoiler free. I've also read it, but for people that might not have and are waiting over the anime, good joke.
Well, it should be ended. It should be ending really soon, actually.
The ending.
It should be ending.
Of Attack on Titan is sort of similar to the ending of The Walking Dead, but I would say happier.
Well, I don't think anyone was happy with the way Attack on Titan ended.
Dude, I needed 2 days to wrap my mind about it.
Don't worry, Midnight. We won't spoil you, but if you're on Twitter or something, it did not end that well. We'll see how they do it in the anime, but a lot of people were unhappy with the ending.
Yeah, we're gonna have to wait for that. Hopefully it'll be better.
Although I think personally, I think Attack on Titan has been degrading since like season 1, because like I would have been. Don't worry, man. We're not spoiling if you watch like season 1 and 2. Okay, he's not listening. Never mind. I was just gonna say I don't like the switch when Eren basically became a genocidal maniac.
I liked it.
I'm
at that point where I think he should have gone even further.
No. I like villains, but I don't like heroes who do wild stuff and like still pretend like they're some hero or something. No, you're not. You killed hundreds of thousands of people.
Oh yeah, I get it. You're the problem with the hypocritical stuff. You know, you paint yourself as the good guy, but then you end up doing a bunch of messed up stuff.
Yeah, you did to others what you kept complaining was done to you. Oh my, you lost your family, you killed a bunch of other people's families. Yeah. I have that problem with like hating heroes that act like villains. Did you maybe watch Overlord or like Reincarnated as a Slime?
Since we're moving from AOT, let me just let him know.
Yeah, sure.
I did watch That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime. The first season. You watched
season 2?
No, I didn't get to season 2.
Let's just say he has that Eren moment.
Oh my god, yes.
Actually, Eren ain't got nothing on what the slime does. Actually, he might if he killed more than 20,000.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to watch this in the weekend if I get some time.
Yeah, he has that moment, but it's actually pretty insane season, not gonna lie. And I kind of dropped it because I didn't like how they brushed it off like nothing happened. Like, man, you killed 20,000 people. I'm not gonna, like, just forget that you did that.
Come on, it's a cute slime.
Yeah, cute slime that killed 20,000 people and destroyed their souls. Yeah. I'm not forgetting that stuff. And Overlord's probably good for you if you liked Attack on Titan.
Yeah, I never heard of Overlord, or maybe I did and I just forgot.
It's like, do you know what an isekai is?
Yes, I know what an isekai is.
Well, basically, it's an isekai where the dude became Overlord. Overlord, like being boss of demons and stuff like that.
Okay, so basically like the game Overlord.
Yeah, you mean the old one where you're followed by goblins and stuff?
Yep.
Yeah, sort of, if those goblins were capable of wiping out entire countries.
Oh yeah, I know why Overlord sounded familiar. I seen images from it.
Pretty good, but like main villain also has that Eren moment, and probably way more often than Eren.
He's supposed to be a villain.
No, he's not actually. He's not supposed to be a villain. He's like a regular dude who became that, you know?
Oh, okay. So
and he does some incredibly evil stuff. And I stopped watching it like season 3.
Oh, there is this other thing I've heard it recommended on V's channel, Romanian TV. He talked about evil Baron Sonia or something like that, where this guy that God basically kills him and reincarnates him during the First World War, and he becomes the Red Baron, but it's a tsundere. A loli
You
tsundere.
sure you're not? I think you're confusing something with Saga of Tanya the Evil.
Yes, exactly that. That was it.
That was actually good, but don't worry, he's not that evil. He's pretty cool, actually. He can be brutal, but he's pretty cool.
I mean, we're talking about the Red Baron here, you know?
I don't think he's Red Baron on anything. It's like alternative history. They're just stuck in like alternative World War One.
Indeed. Okay, so it seems like the thing ended with Mr. GM and Brian. It seems like Asmongold is giving some opinions or stuff. So I'll be watching the screen until, the proper time comes. We can continue talking about this.
Mm-hmm. If you want, we can keep talking about the same or change topic. It's up to you.
Whatever you like. I'm good.
Well, we could talk about some real world stuff. What do you think about Elon buying Twitter?
It might be the biggest meme ever.
True, but like good or bad?
We'll have to see. I know on Twitter I seem like an Elon Musk fan, but I'm really skeptical of things. So until something happens, I'll likely remain neutral.
Yeah, he's far from perfect, but like infinitely times better than what we had.
Oh yeah, there's a bunch of people that just said they gain followers and stuff because there might be people at Twitter that are deleting everything that was not First Amendment correspondent, It didn't work with the First Amendment.
They're removing the shadow bans. I'm almost betting.
Oh yeah, they removed the shadow bans from like Gator, from other people.
For example, yeah, if you like follow Tim Pool, he's politics dude. He mentions stuff like I don't know who got like several 100,000 of yeah, man, I have YouTube channel, but it's not very big. I post some gameplay and stuff like that, basically. I'll post it if you want.
Can you post it? I'm trying to find it, and I think I'm looking at an Azerbaijani.
I'm actually nearing 300 subscribers. As incredible as that sounds.
Good, you're getting close.
Yeah, true. I just want 400 so I can like talk to people and stuff. Okay, I copied it. Just a second. It's nothing special. I don't post stuff like he does. He's got way higher quality stuff than me.
Let's not talk about quality when it comes to me.
Yeah, I just switched to my main account. That's my account. There you go. I'm gonna actually have to start like putting in more effort. I'd be pretty happy if like I could have monetized that video that got 60,000 views. Oh yeah, speaking of that, did you monetize your big videos?
Oh yeah. And like,
did you actually earn anything off that?
I did. Okay, using this.
If it's not a secret, I'm just curious actually.
It's not a secret. YouTube pays you in increments of $100, and I'm not paid yet. So,
damn. So like basically nothing yet.
Yeah, I've went at some point at a video with Sylvanas that had like 40k views, and I think I had like $2 on it.
Oh, so, that is awful, man. 40k for $2 is just terrible.
Yeah, unless you're very big, it's not really worth it.
True. Yeah, you could actually get solid sponsorship with that, though.
Yeah, but you have to pull it constantly, and I have videos that don't break 10. So.
Yeah, same. I got a couple of videos over, I think 20,000, 2, I think, and the rest are like hundreds or less.
Did you post your link to your channel?
Yeah, I posted it in the chat, and plus you can click my name if.
I'm looking at the chat on my phone and I'm not seeing anything.
Let me just type something.
Whew, I was about to break my.
Okay. And okay, there. Do you see it now?
Ah, okay. You commented. Okay.
I'm not sure if you can click that though.
I think you no, but it's
okay,
but it's useful for me.
I'll go copy it again and post it again. Not sure why it didn't appear first time. Maybe it doesn't let me post link. There you go. Do you see it now?
Nope, nothing yet. You do have the thing where you can disable links, but I didn't do that.
I think it doesn't let me post links.
Yeah, I'm just gonna filter channels and post you in the description.
Sure. Okay. Yeah, I was saying YouTube is weird.
It is indeed.
I mean, it's weird that you got that little money for 40,000 views.
I'm in PvP. I'm typing slowly. It's okay, Midnight Noodle. Don't worry, my dude.
Yeah. No, just like contact Raid Shadow Legends, and you're gonna get a bunch of money, probably.
Yeah, no, I don't think they want me.
Why not? They would like put ads on literally anything. I probably could get sponsorship for like $15. No issue.
It depends on what thing they have. Can't see links. It's okay. The video is gonna be here. I'm posting his channel in the description. I should have done this from the beginning, but I'm a moron. Didn't think about it.
Yeah, it's no problem.
Also, here's a funny thing. Your name has so many channels that have the same name, the same thing related to. But
I know,
stuck to it.
I know, it's weird because like I took this name from the time like it's really old. I was playing like Diablo 2, and you had like do you remember character clones?
No, I wasn't into Diablo 2.
you could basically like copy someone else's character, and I got an Amazon character that was called ZoneX, and it's just like stuck with me, and I've been calling my.
So that's how you got the ZoneX thing. Oh, that's interesting. Need a manager? Asks Midnight Noodle. I'm not sure who he's referring to, but I think he's referring to you.
Yeah, probably. I can pay you in crypto. Oh yeah, speaking of crypto, I've been like into that stuff lately. I actually earned like 700 Bosnian marks in like 2 weeks or something, and that's like basically a month of pay. It's strange. I was not much a fan of crypto until I discovered a way to earn easily.
Oh, that's interesting. Did you mine or invest in it?
Neither actually. I was working like freelancer for. Do you know like how can I explain this? There's like a bit shady companies that like create fake traffic for websites, and they like tell you to log into their account, and then you just like click a couple of links and they pay you.
Yeah.
And they pay actually really well for some reason. Like 5 minutes work gets you like $5 or something, and some pay even more, and it's like really good money for Bosnians.
Now I'm just wondering, why the fuck did I go to college for this? When I could have just done that.
Yeah, it was actually pretty good now. I don't like NFTs. I hate NFTs. But if I could like sell a picture of a monkey for $1 million, I would absolutely do it.
Bro, you know how that goes? Everybody hates capitalism until they get paid.
True. I mean, I don't hate capitalism, but I hate NFTs, but I would still take part in it if it was earning me a lot of money. Like, here you go, have your PNG of a monkey. Give me $1,000 or something.
I mean, it's weird because NFT technology sounds like a good thing, but just seems exploited by greedy fucking assholes. You know?
It absolutely is. Like, you if you got into it early with like Bitcoin and stuff, you're probably a millionaire by now. But problem in Bosnia is it's really hard to cash out even if you got a bunch of crypto. It took me quite some time to find a buyer, and that's kind of the main issue here. Earning is not that much of an issue because I earn USDT, which is a stable coin, and
good.
It doesn't like lose value and stuff.
That is pretty good if it keeps its value.
Yeah, it's just like one-to-one value. As for the rest, it's not a good idea to keep your money in like Bitcoin or something because you're gonna lose it.
It really depends if how you're gonna interact with it. Because if you get scared the moment it goes from $10,000 to $5,000, you might just miss your mark, you know. Because Bitcoin has a thing of it. It always seems to grow back after it falls, no matter how hard.
I don't know about that actually. I in my mind, I think Bitcoin kind of hit a ceiling because it's like $38,000 per Bitcoin right now, and I really don't see it going up much higher anymore.
Remember that it reached 50K.
When?
Before the crash of every crypto. Now the market seems to be trying to recover, but it's trying to recover for some time.
When was the crash?
Oh, a few months ago.
Oh, yeah. I don't actually remember that. Not gonna lie. Maybe because I wasn't really into it that back then.
Possibly.
I just started like recently, and I was like, "Wow, this is pretty easy." And then I was like, "I'm gonna do this all the time." Although I did spend most of it on Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I got a problem now.
Yeah, I think you're addicted to cardboard.
I just like ordered like 100 euros worth of cards today.
Oh my god. How many cards did you get on that?
From what? From crypto?
No, how many in this order that you just did? How many cards were there?
47 or 8, I think.
It doesn't sound that much to me as a number.
It's not technically much, but you got like couple of expensive cards, not gonna lie. You got like a card called Zeus, which is alone 15 euros.
My god. Okay, so the thing might be starting the Asmongold interview. I see he's
Also,
prepping up the screens. Z, come on.
yeah, sure, go for it. Although, like I was just going to say, $15 or euros for a Yu-Gi-Oh card isn't even that much. There's much more expensive stuff, and expensive stuff that you actually play. It's an expensive hobby, not gonna lie.
Yeah, that seems to be the deal with card games. That some things are just priced high like this.
Yeah, Magic the Gathering is probably even more expensive, but you also got like 40k. If you're into that, you're probably homeless.
I don't want to talk about that.
Oh, well, I guess I struck a nerve, did I?
Oh, not really. I mean, I don't spend that much on 40k lately. Haven't spent something on 40k in a long while, in fact.
Every time I see like those figurines, they are so expensive and so tiny actually. Like they're inch high and they cost like $50.
Yeah, they overcharge on it, and that's something many of us know. They aren't worth that much. Okay.
They are not. Yeah, I agree. That's why people print them now.
3D printers are godsend for this. And some of them can produce such a good quality reproduction of some material. And they're not even that expensive.
Yeah, it's actually a technology that I'm really happy that it's like becoming more accessible right now. Remember, like 5 years ago, it cost like a bunch of money, and the thing it makes are quite limited. Now people are making everything from guns to figurines and stuff.
Yeah, I know. They even created ghost guns. You can make your own gun at home.
Yeah, and they actually even saw some that work better than real ones. For example, 3D printed silencers are basically indestructible.
Yep.
And that's pretty amazing. Yeah, man, 40k figurines are really, really cool, but also really, really expensive. And also, if they're really, really cool, they increase in price.
Oh, they always increase in price.
No, I mean like the cooler the figurine, the more it costs.
Here's a little bit of trade knowledge about the increases. Games Workshop always increases their prices, and they increase it above inflation, because normally when prices get increased, they should be increased with inflation. But they do it in a thing where they do it for the inflation of this year and for the one of the previous year, or the year in the future. And the prices get more spicier.
Yeah, I was going to ask you this. By the way, speaking of inflation, how's your country doing?
Currently things have gone up, but it seems sort of livable at this point. It's nothing that huge. I'm happy for that.
About how much, like percentage wise?
Technically, what they always lie to you is that inflation always rises by 5%. But that's the biggest lie, because they always calculate in the increase of the food prices, never in other utilities such as electricity which is gonna go up, such as natural gases, which are also gonna go up. Diesel is now more expensive than it was before, but I blame the war for that.
Here it's actually pretty stuff got pretty expensive lately. For example, oil meant for cooking and stuff like it's almost doubled in price. And stuff like flour, maybe like 20% increase. Or fuel, also like 20% and such. And stuff, almost everything got increased by 20% or so.
Yeah, that's awful.
But then again, Bosnia was always terrible.
Was it though?
Yeah, it was even when it was like Yugoslavia, Bosnia was getting like least the money from like the main government.
During the first guy's term, I forgot his name, Tito. During Tito's term or after that?
Always. During like Yugoslavia, all money went to Belgrade. And then it was like sent out everywhere else. But like now we have still the same issues. It still gets sent to Sarajevo, and like other cities get barely anything. It's kind of weird country. Not very stable at all. Like it's stable politically, even though they like fight each other all the time and like are talking about splitting the country in half, and I'm like, you've been saying that for 2 decades now. Yeah, I'm not sure. Not in European Union, but I think we are in NATO. Let me check actually.
Yeah, I also wanted to ask, how's the EU program? How are you dealing with
it? Okay. We are cooperating with NATO, it seems, but not like official member of NATO. As for EU, Bosnia has been trying to join the EU for like literally 15 years, and it's not going great. Mainly because half of the country wants to join, half of the country doesn't want to join. You got like 2 factions. One is led by Serbians, which is called Republic of Srpska. And yeah, they like calling everything Serb this, Serb that.
Yeah.
And it's like half of the country, about 30% of the country is Serbian, and they are part of that faction. And you got like federation, yeah, that's just how it's called, which is like Muslim and Bosnian, and they're like 51% or so. Okay. And they are the ones that want to join the EU.
So they have a majority.
True, but the problem in Bosnia is that we have 3 presidents.
How do you have 3 presidents?
Because to stop like the war in 1905, we had to sign Daytona Agreement, which kind of forced us to elect 3 presidents, 1 from each people. So like 1 Croatian president, 1 Serbian president, and 1 Muslim Bosnian president. Not strictly Muslim, but more like the one that calls himself Bosnian on like censuses and stuff. So it's kind of split in 3-way. Although like Croatians and actual Bosnian Muslims agree on quite a bit, but the Serbian leader is not really into cooperating with others.
Yeah, I mean, they're politicians at the end of the day. They're always gonna care more about their own hide.
I bet you never heard about the country with 3 presidents.
I heard of Somalia, which is in the civil war since like the 80s at this point, but no, never heard a country with 3 presidents, to be honest.
That's like the root of the problems. I would probably pick even like whatever, whether it's like Serbian, Bosnian, Croatian, Gypsy, Black, whatever, as long as it's like one, and he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna help your people. I'm gonna help Bosnia like succeed," and I'm like, "Here's my vote. I don't care what you are."
Yeah, I mean that should be a solution though, but I don't think you ever manage to make everybody agree to just pick one guy.
Not exactly. Actually, in like the last elections, Bosnians voted for. You can. Sorry, I forgot to explain it. You can actually vote for like a Serbian member of the government, even if you're like Bosnian Muslim,
of course,
and so on. So like a lot of actual Bosnian Muslims voted for a Croatian, and he got like nearly as much votes as a Bosnian Muslim president, even though like Croatians are 15 or less % of the country.
That's interesting.
Yeah, weird politics. Who cares? I don't like it that much, honestly.
I can understand why.
It's not even interesting like American politics. American politics is like basically like what's it called? What's the name of those guys fighting each other in the ring?
Boxers.
And MMA or boxing ring or something like that. That's how American politics is, and they're destroying each other nonstop on Twitter. But in Bosnia, it's like they one side talks, other side talks, and then both of them win elections, and then it's over.
Yeah, you're right. That sounds boring.
Yeah, that's true. That. Do you want to see Asmongold interaction? Interview. Sorry.
He is still talking about something else. I think something from his Reddit at this point.
Dude's doing commentary.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have any questions or something you want to talk about?
I think we have a review for the Warcraft mobile game. The Gringolada just sent me something, but it seems to be... No, we have an announcement date and a time on the 3rd of May, 10 a.m. PTD, 19 CST. I hate time zones.
I wonder what they're gonna do. It's probably gonna be like RTS game. I will be willing to bet.
An RTS on mobile though.
Yeah, true. Probably gonna be like Diablo Immortal or something. Oh yeah, they're actually still doing that too.
Yeah, and I think they've announced that you can now play it on PC. So
true.
That's better.
Yeah, but it's still gonna be a mobile game. Like it's basically playing like on BlueStacks.
Yeah. As I talked with the Gringolada on Monday, there are good mobile games, but they're all also on PC.
True.
At the end of the day.
Honestly, I liked like mobile games that are like action RPGs. Like there was one series called Xenonia for mobile games, and it was pretty good. You go around killing monsters and stuff.
TFT, pet battles. You know what, Midnight Noodle? If they would make a thing where you can use your pets from World of Warcraft to battle on the phone, that I tell you would make them a lot of money. That would be top tier.
It was pretty good, actually. Yeah, I agree. But they said Warcraft specifically, so I'm thinking it's going to be some actual game, not a mini game from World of Warcraft.
Indeed.
If you understand what I mean.
Yeah, I understand what you mean. I'm just saying, making pet battles for the phone is a golden opportunity for them.
Just make Pokemon Go, but it's World of Warcraft pets.
Oh my god, I think there's what's it called? A Witcher game that's like that? Like Pokemon Go, and I think there are a few more other games that are exactly the same formula, like Pokemon Go, where you go around somewhere and you catch or fight random things.
By the way, do you like Digimons?
Always. I've always liked them.
Nice. New games coming out soon, I think.
Digimon
This
Survive?
Yeah, it looks pretty good.
Finally.
It's a strategy game. I was surprised that it's a strategy game, but I'm like, it's actually gonna be pretty good because you get like to have a bunch of your own Digimons that can digivolve and stuff like that.
Yeah, so
A lot of options.
they're getting rid of the restriction of only having 3 Digimons per battle. I've always hated that.
Yeah. Also, Cyber Sleuth was a really good game.
They didn't do it for me. Cyber Sleuth and the other one.
I liked it. It wasn't like amazing, but it was like Digimon game. So I'm like, give it to me.
I'm gonna be honest.
Inject it in my blood.
I like the world games for DS more, and those still remain my favorite.
For DS, I don't think they had Digimon World. They had something else.
Yeah, they
Digimon
did.
World.
It was called Digimon
was
Story
like
in Japan.
Yeah,
but it got called Digimon World in the West. And you have Digimon
for PlayStation
World.
1.
Go on.
Do you remember for PlayStation 1 Digimon World?
I've never had the PlayStation 1.
If you want a really, really good Digimon game, play Digimon World 3 for PlayStation 1 on emulator. It's amazing.
I saw gameplay of that. Yes.
It's one of the best RPGs they ever made. Just don't play 1 and 2. They are pretty bad. Or 4.
I did play 4. That's the funny part. I did play 4. Didn't like the fact that I was the Digimon. You know, I don't know why.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. In like 3, it's a typical RPG where you get like your own Digimon, walk around, beat other Digimons and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty good. I like that one.
Was to the dungeon crawling one where you got to pick like between 3 teams.
That's the Digimon World 2.
Yeah, okay.
I think you were going like through some dungeons and just fighting. It wasn't much like anything else. And Digimon World 1 was just like you walking around with your Digimon, training it, and having it become Sukamon every time.
Yeah, because you didn't take him to the bathroom in time.
Yeah, and that was absolutely horrible. I even now, as a grown man, I go and play it, and I'm like, I'm gonna do it properly this time. And then, like half an hour later, my like Growlmon becomes Sukamon, and I just delete the game.
Yeah, I would imagine the frustration that, and Sukamon doesn't evolve into anything else, does it?
You have to like turn it into the egg again, and then just retrain everything from the start.
And that's just awful.
Yeah. But still, anyway, Digimons are great.
Yeah.
I like them more. I always like them more than Pokemon because you just have amazingly cool Digimon.
I like them both, but I really prefer the anime of Digimon over Pokemon.
Did you watch Data Squad?
No. I've watched Adventure 2, and Tamers.
Data Squad was pretty good. I liked it. I actually played the game for also, I think, PS1. It's pretty good. Like on modern emulators, you can set it to like 180p, 60 FPS. It runs amazingly.
Good.
And pretty good. As for the anime, what to say? Like they fight Royal Knights, if you know who those guys are.
Those are like my favorite, the Royal Knights.
Yeah, and like there's a cool scene that remained in my memory. Do you know who Bancho Leomon is?
Yep, of course.
he like basically takes the entire digital world and he holds it so it doesn't fall on Earth.
Like fucking Atlas. Badass.
Yeah, basically. But I was like, good lord, that is a one strong Digimon. Imagine being strong enough to hold up entire, like, it's not even a planet, more like a realm, you know?
Yeah. That?
Just like holds it, like Chad energy.
Yeah, I would have expected that from Craniumon, you know?
I don't know. I think the Royal Knights in that anime are bad, and he's the only good Royal Knight.
Okay, I get it.
They tend to be pretty evil sometimes.
Yeah, because they're always misguided by Yggdrasil and stuff.
Yeah,
like they
sometimes.
were in that movie Digimon Digievolution X or something like that. Yeah, the X in the title.
Gallantmon is also pretty cool.
Indeed.
Okay. Should we talk about something else or like...
Let's see. Oh, this Asmongold thing is taking a while. He's doing a Mr. Pandaria raid now. So,
wait, what?
Yeah, he's doing a Mr. Pandaria raid.
Huh, nice. Where exactly? Is he playing a private server or what?
No, he's soloing it.
Oh, yeah. Fun times getting transmogs.
Yeah, indeed. Indeed.
As I was saying, if you ever want to like play Mr. Pandaria, Tauri has really good server.
I did this story WoW at some point, and the work in starting zone was disappointing to say.
Why? It's not bugged. It's actually working exactly as it should.
It starts in an hour, says Midnight Noodle. Yeah, okay, got it. I say it was disappointing because what was it called? There's this quest in the Worgen starting zone where you regather with Darius Crowley and the other guys, and you start an assault upon to reclaim Gilneas from Sylvanas. And that thing's just bugged because it's supposed to be this thing where you ride on a horse and do stuff, and there is no horse. There is a skip option to do it, so thank God for that. But that part is screwed if you want to do it. Or it was screwed when I played it.
Odd. I was actually fairly convinced that everything worked on that server.
A lot of things work on it, I've seen back then.
Probably most of it, actually. Oh, yeah. I also remember like playing Legion back on like WoW Freaks, if you know what it is.
Yeah, I've played on WoW Freaks.
They actually committed suicide with like going from Legion to BFA.
Yeah, they've killed Mist of Pandaria when they went with Legion, and I think now they're planning on going for Shadowlands, aren't they? Let me check out.
They like killed their and almost 70% of their population when they went for like BFA. And if they go Shadowlands, they can just close shop. There's just no way.
Back in the day, they used to show numbers on the site, but I see they moved them. God.
They had like 5,000 or so almost at all times when it was like Legion, because Legion actually worked. They did really good job with Legion.
Surprisingly.
But like, yeah, but in like BFA, nothing worked. It's so busted that is shocking how busted it is.
The funny thing is that they also had a good Miss of Pandaria realm that they just killed with Legion at some point.
Yeah, it's possible, because the thing is, I think the coding and something with it changed from Mists of Pandaria to Warlords of Draenor and beyond. And that's why you see a bunch of really well done Mists of Pandaria realms, but also a lot really poorly done, like BFA and Legion and so on servers.
Yeah, they went with Shadowlands. They're preparing for season 1.
Actual suicide. That's just insane.
Yeah, I understand why they're trying to keep up with Blizzard.
Pointless, man.
But it feels so stupid. I think their servers are located in Romania. I mean,
they should have just like restarted Legion from the beginning. I think people would have been way more satisfied.
Yeah, I agree. It would have been way better.
Legion was genuinely good, and I'm not sure people are like saying Legion is probably the only modern WoW expansion that was genuinely good.
There's this private server named Firestorm, I think.
Yeah.
It always tries to keep up with Blizzard, always buggy.
Firestorm is probably even worse than WoWfreaks.
More, of course. But WoWfreaks could have gone that route of having multiple servers. Mists of Pandaria, Legion,
True. Yeah, and then you have like Warmane. They're still doing like Wrath of the Lich King, and they're absolutely killing it with it.
Warmane does exceptionally well because of that.
And I'm actually confused why. Because like I went back to play Wrath of the Lich King, and I was like, why are the graphics this bad? What the hell is going on? It's like shocking difference when you go back to back to play Wrath of the Lich King.
There's not that big of a difference.
No. I am a massive fan of like Wrath of the Lich King and such. But after years, when I went back, I was shocked to see how much worse graphics are.
Okay, I'm watching Warmane's numbers right now. Some say they're inflated, but whatever.
I wouldn't say inflated because like there are people everywhere. You go to any zone and there's a bunch of people there.
Funnily enough, I'm friends with a YouTuber that specializes on Wrath of the Lich King content.
You can scan, by the way. You can scan the server.
Oh, interesting. I didn't know that. So
there are add-ons. There are add-ons that like count the player base zone by zone and then just like tell you the estimate.
Oh, okay. Interesting. So they were saying...
sorry for interrupting you. What were you going to say?
So I have a friend that specializes in this YouTuber. And here's the thing. Warmane has such good programming on everything that's revolved around Wrath of the Lich King that even if Wrath Classic appears, they won't fall because it's the same experience. The difference is that Warmane is free.
Yeah, true. That I agree. Though, like Warmane also has another problem, and that's like Shadowmourne Paladins.
Yeah,
there is so many Shadowmourne Paladins on Warmane that I don't know how the world even exists. You're gonna get killed at least 100 times by a Shadowmourne Paladin before you reach 80.
Yeah, I mean that's what that's
saying.
Go on.
Sorry, and I'm saying like specifically Shadowmourne Paladins because they have like I don't know if it's low self-esteem and they need to feel validated or something, but they are just all over the place killing people.
World PvP is good, man. It's always nice to have it.
Yeah, I do like it, but I don't look forward to fighting Shadowmourne Paladins. It's just unfair.
Well, Wrath Classic will have fewer of those, so that's okay.
True. Like, yeah, I that's why I look forward to playing it. I'm gonna craft my own Shadowmourne and just like roll with it.
However, if you don't want to be killed by Shadowmourne Paladins, you could always play on Lordaeron.
I think they're actually already near the. Aren't they already in Icecrown?
They've always been, but
Not
Lordaeron.
always. I actually raided Naxxramas back when it first came out.
Well, what's important is that they're basically done with the thing, and higher health, no pay to gear and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So, and also they don't have dungeon finders. So now, what's the point in Rat Classic when you have Lordaeron from Warmate?
I'm not sure how they earn actually like those tokens in Lordaeron. I don't think you get it at all, which is weird because you need it to gear up.
Yeah, but I'm just saying.
You needed like those frost tokens to get Icecrown gear. Or they maybe they have warded like for killing a raid boss or something.
Yeah, I don't know.
All in all, I think Blizzard's version is gonna probably be the one. Yeah. Actually, did they like update the graphics for classic and such? Or is it like old graphics?
They're old.
Damn, that's pretty not great, not gonna lie. It's kind of hard to look at the old characters.
I wouldn't say so. I like Jaina's old model better than her BFA model.
I don't know what can I tell you. I hope like I would wish that we get like transmog and modern character animations and such in Wrath of the Lich King Classic.
No, you're just gonna have to wait for Legion Classic then.
Yeah, probably sad. Although that's never gonna come out. But yeah, I'm like I want classic, but I also want transmog.
Yeah, I understand.
I'm really into like making bunch of cool looking characters and such.
And I'll give them all Frostmourne. I mean Shadowmourne, excuse me.
I was like, where the hell? Oh yeah, you can get Frostmourne in what's it called on Warmane.
You can.
Yeah, you literally can get a Frostmourne. You just need to pay for it. It's not like a usable item, but you can like equip Frostmourne and be like a badass.
So it doesn't really have stats.
It has like some stats, but nothing major. It has flavor text, I think.
I understand.
I saw a few people with it, and I was like, "Whoa, what the hell? Where did that come from?"
Well, we're gonna equip it for the cool factor.
Yeah. Fun times. It just doesn't feel the same now. I mean, no game feels the same. I'm not like hating or anything, but I think I'm finally like it's cooling off on games. I haven't like even now haven't played nothing for like a week or something.
Oh, I understand the feeling. Well,
do you actually play games, by the way, except World of Warcraft?
Yeah. I had like
what do you play?
I had a few months.
Oh, wait.
Go on.
So like WoW had just like made posts like you can only have one Drag tier per realm. You need to purchase Dragonflight, of course. Yeah, that's normal. And next drag tier can only be created on realms where you have level 15. But yeah, this is normal.
Yeah, basically hero class stuff.
Yeah, basically the same. I thought this was something important. Sorry, go on. What
yeah.
You were going to say what you played.
A few months ago, I played through the entirety of the Yakuza series, except the last one, Didn't get it just yet.
The last one, do you mean like a dragon or?
Like a dragon.
Okay. So basically Kiryu story.
Yep, I loved it. Let's see. I played Warcraft 3 recently. And I think I'm going on through playing again Dragon Age Origins.
Dragon Age Origins is really good. I 100%ed it. Everything that exists in that game, I've seen it already.
Yeah, no, in my opinion, it's like the best Dragon Age game.
Yeah, definitely best because like not that great games to compare it with. Inquisition was okay. 2 was not good at all.
I disagree with you there. I think 2 had potential, but it was the fact that the areas always repeated that really dragged it down a lot.
And not that great of story, I would say.
A little Dragon Age sucks. I mean, yeah. Nowadays, yeah.
Number 1 is good. Origins, I mean. Others, yeah, sure. Inquisition is more like an action game than Dragon Age game, and the combat is okay, I guess.
It felt too MMO-y for me.
Yeah, that was definitely an MMO combat.
But even the whole thing with the quests and stuff, you know.
Would have been a good MMO, though, if they actually went with that.
Yeah, well, maybe another time, I guess.
You could, like, make solid builds. For example, your archer could have some stuff on it, and plus, I think you could even use melee alongside bows and such. Plus, you got skills like that knock down enemies, cause bleeds and stuff. Would have been good MMO.
Yeah. I hated that they removed the healers from Inquisition.
You technically still have healers, though. I think the mages can heal.
Not the same thing. You had a healer in Wayne in the first one. I think that's her name, the old chick.
Yeah, he said like Inquisition was meant to be an MMO light. Yeah,
it was changed at the last minute. Yeah, I feel like it.
If they made it like a multiplayer sort of MMO, like teaming up with other players to complete quests, would have been pretty awesome. Not lie.
Yeah, that could have worked. And not have your character. Yeah, it's okay. And like not have.
What were you saying?
Yeah, I forgot.
Yeah, happens. Okay. Yeah, I also played through most of the Yakuza games. Probably one of most fun I've had in a while when I was first playing it. I mean,
yeah.
Especially the first one though, because like
Kiwami or Zero.
Zero.
Oh, okay, that was a good one.
Really, really good. And like, you got to play as Majima before he went insane, I guess.
Before he started acting.
Yeah. He had He had a rough time in Zero.
Yeah, but that his portrayal in Zero is my favorite of Majima.
Yeah, I agree too.
I know everything about the series, says Midnight Noodle. Probably referring to Dragon Age. Yeah, I know you do. Excuse me for interrupting you.
No worries. I interrupt you as well all the time. I was just gonna say, like, I think they changed him because he was kind of the same person as Kiryu. You know, it's very similar, like in both appearance and the way they act.
Yeah, in Zero they were very similar with their morals and stuff. But you know, at the end of Zero, you got that thing, and it kind of shows that he learned from Nishani. I think he was his name, The guy he fought in...
Nishiki, or...
No, not Nishiki. The other guy. The guy he fought in his cabaret club. That called the police. And also used with that stupid blade that he uses in the other games.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think the Shani was it. Japanese people.
I don't remember the name. But Yakuza overall is great fun. Like, it doesn't get old to bash people with chairs and stuff.
Yeah, it's always amazing. I hate the final boss from 4. And the one from 6. For different reasons.
Honestly, I never had much issue with like fighting anyone in Yakuza games. Like, I had issues with like, you know, in for example, again, I'm using Zero again as an example. Those people who steal your money, those big guys. Like at the start, I was like, "Oh my god, they're hard and stuff," and then I realized that it's really easy to beat them up and steal all their cash. And I earned like millions of money of like dollars of them of just beating them constantly.
And that's how you create inflation.
Yeah, like that's basically an infinite amount of money from them. You just beat them up over and over.
Yeah.
The literal enemy that's meant to steal your money ends up being the best farming method.
Well, such is his luck, I guess. Now, I hate the boss in 4 and 6 for a different reason than it being hard. It's the fact that I hate him because he went down so easily. You know?
Yeah, could be. Well, as I was saying, it's not a terribly hard game, you know. None of them are.
Once you get the hang of them, no.
Yeah, and once you learn what the best combat style in that specific game is.
Mm-hmm.
Like rush battle style usually works for nearly everything.
Yeah,
you know, just like run in, hit a bunch of times, smack him with a chair, run away.
Yep. Majima's breakdancing, it's that's way too OP in 0.
Don't know. I was actually having a hard time controlling Majima's styles.
Really?
Yeah, like I couldn't like properly hit enemies like I could with Kiryu, and I always like preferred fighting as Kiryu than as Majima.
Oh no, for me it was the other way around. I would have played Majima every chapter only with him.
I got the hang of it eventually, but like I still would have preferred Kiryu. Like, what's the name of the style when he like starts throwing stuff and you know when he like spreads his hands?
Wild or Beast, I think.
Could be Beast. Yeah, it's Beast actually. I like that style also. Like you just like go for a punch and he just grabs something and smacks the enemy with it.
Yeah, that's always a nice one. I agree.
So why didn't you play Like a Dragon yet?
I just didn't get to it.
Sorry, I thought like you maybe don't like it or something.
Oh no, I'm quite interested to see how the story of the world evolves now that Kiryu is technically out of the picture. But I just didn't get to it yet.
He's not technically out of the picture. I'm gonna spoil it a bit to you. He comes around for a bit and beats up the monkey-looking guy.
The protagonist?
Yeah, he actually beats you up.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Which is like, yeah, that's probably what would happen if you fought Kiryu. Like, so I don't mind at all.
Yeah, it makes sense. Like you can't
you
really
have to be insane.
And also it'd be disrespectful to degrade the main character of a previous long series of games by having a newcomer beat him with no problem. You know, it's like Rey being able to beat Luke. It's like, no, you know.
Then again, that's something I don't follow Star Wars that much, honestly. But I could believe that she would beat Luke.
Oh yeah, they would have done that, but they didn't. And I'm not a
Thankfully.
huge Star Wars nerd, so
As I said, I'm like, I always saw it like one of the like sci-fi movies, just that, nothing else, nothing more.
I get.
Never was part of that fandom, and I'm like, there are better movies to watch and better anime to watch. Although I do agree they made her like incredible Mary Sue.
Yeah, they did. But it's funny, if you're a bigger account on Twitter, you can trigger a bunch of Star Wars fans by saying that her name is Rey Palpatine, not Rey Skywalker. That's always funny.
I saw a few people post that.
Yeah.
I do like I read spoilers. I didn't care to watch the movie. I do know like she turns out to be like Skywalker in the end, right?
No, she is Palpatine. She's the daughter of Emperor Palpatine's son, and they basically hide her on Jakku to be protected from the evil grandpa. And at the end of the movie, Rey is back on... no, not back. Rey is on Tatooine, and she does like a full burial thing for Luke and Leia. And then an old lady asks her who she is, and she answers she's Rey Skywalker. You know, and then I think there's an image of Luke and Leia watching over her. I don't remember the last part. I'm not sure about the last part.
How does that even make sense? Why would they watch someone?
You know, to recreate the feeling from Return of the Jedi.
Okay, but what's Leia's connection to Rey?
They had the connection like the first, second, and third movie. Rise of Skywalker is worse than AIDS. Yes, I agree.
I don't know. I would still rather watch Rise of Skywalker than get AIDS.
You haven't watched Rise of Skywalker. That's why.
That could be it. I didn't watch it. I just saw spoilers.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah. Let's just go back to that. When I said modern writing is pretty terrible.
Sure. I mean, hey. We're past an hour or something. You can swear no problem right now.
Yeah, they know YouTube bot that's gonna watch this far, right?
No, it takes into consideration like either the first 30 seconds or the first 30 minutes to be ad friendly. After that, it's free game.
Oh, interesting. I can maybe relax a bit.
Yep.
I always have to like take care of what I'm gonna say. That's fine. I just gotta make it a habit, you know.
It's okay.
But basically, as I was saying, like modern writing is pretty terrible overall.
Yeah.
It even applies to like manga. Do you notice like, let's see, take Naruto for example. Naruto is okay. Boruto is absolutely terrible. Nobody likes it, and it's just a cash grab, and that's exactly what happened.
I mean, that's what happens with famous things. They become cash grabs.
True.
That's why even the writing goes down.
We got some new executive producer for World of Warcraft, some Holly Longdale. No idea who it is. So.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. So, when Elon Musk made the first announcement that he's buying shares into Twitter, he wants to buy Twitter. Of course, a bunch of Twitter staff got angry and pissy because they couldn't be Jannies anymore. Jannies from
As I was saying
from
a few days
janitors.
ago, who's mad?
Exactly. And here's the thing. This person made the post for all the Twitter staff that feels anxious and wants to leave at this point. Substack isn't hiring you, and Substack was the place you worked at.
Oh, she's the one. Oh my god, I thought it's gonna be someone bad. Thank god, that's awesome.
Midnight Noodle likes Boruto, but I watched like 50 episodes and stopped.
Watch more and you might not like it as much then. There's some wild stuff. For example, the problem with Boruto, I didn't watch it that much either, but the problem with it is like you have a son of a character who is borderline a god fight villains and nearly die without like saying, "Hey dad, can you beat this thug up for me?" And normally Naruto would come and just massacre every single villain on the planet.
And so that's your problem with it.
Well, not entirely, but that's part of it. You still have like Sasuke, you still have like Sakura, you still have Tsunade, you still have Naruto, you still have Hinata, and so on, and they're all live there, and Boruto's out here fighting actual villains and nearly getting killed for some reason.
Well, this is gonna be his story, you know.
Yeah, but like, how the hell? Who the hell would let their child fight like some dude who's gonna try to kill them?
You know,
while you're like 20 minutes away.
There's this funny theory that I read once about Boruto, and it's in the end Naruto's gonna be happy, his son is gonna be something big and stuff, and then you hear like this: "Wake up to reality. Nothing is as it seems." And you know, it's the fact that he just got trapped in an infinite Tsukuyomi for a bunch of time.
Yeah, it will. Nah, they're not gonna do that, but it would be really funny. And Naruto was like still there. He's still not married. He still doesn't have children or something.
Yeah.
Grant it all. Not gonna do that. That's what we were saying they should do with Shadowlands. Like,
yeah, rewrite it. I know.
Zawal, what? Shadowlands, what? Wake up, hero! You've been hit in the head one too many times.
We still have Ragnaros to slay.
Yeah, man. Like, we're back in Cataclysm.
Well, that would be good, but no.
Not gonna happen. Although they are kinda making concessions to people that hate Shadowlands, which is probably like 70% of the player base. Mainly because like as you were mentioning earlier, they don't force you to go level in Shadowlands unless you specifically want to do that.
Yeah.
So that's pretty great thing, I think. And plus it would probably be way too confusing for new players.
Of course it would be too confusing.
Like, imagine going into the Maw, like, as a new player.
Imagine you're new and don't know half the characters in there.
Yeah, you probably wouldn't know any of them. Because if you're a new player, you don't know Jaina, you don't know Thrall. Thrall doesn't appear in BFA. You don't know Darion. You barely know any of them, actually.
Yeah.
You could maybe like see Jaina in BFA if you're Alliance. If you're Horde, you maybe saw her once. And you never saw any of the other characters.
Yeah, you only saw her once when you as a help Talanji.
Yeah, and that's about it. And you like, why am I helping my enemies? Where am I? Who's this guy? Who's this guy? Who's that guy?
Yeah, basically.
That's why I think they're just gonna do BFA and Dragonflight.
Yeah, and you go. Yeah, it also makes sense because then you're gonna like, okay, so Nathanos is here. Where's Nathanos? What happened to him? You know?
Yeah, that's also gonna be like odd, but they will probably let you know somehow that there was an expansion in between them.
Probably.
Although I do want Nathanos again. Oh yeah, did you see that post about people saying about Kalia? Basically the exact same thing I was saying. They don't really see her as leader of Forsaken.
Yeah, and I understand why people say that. I disagree, but I understand why people say it like that.
I saw like one dude, and I was like, he was saying that he sees her as Alliance Undead. So I said, like, it's basically what I said. I don't even see her as part of the Horde.
Yeah, because they never really spent enough time on her in Shadowlands to somehow connect her to the Forsaken or to the idea
I actually
of death.
genuinely don't remember where she came from.
Priest Order Hall from Legion. What else? She's the sister of Artis. Ran off with Footman. Got a child. Footman and child died. Then continued. Then started being a priest. Then Sylvanas found out about her during the gathering, and Sylvanas got pissy, and she just started shooting left and right. Well, telling others to shoot left and right. Forsaken.
What
human.
meeting? What meeting?
The gathering in the book before the storm, I think. Yeah, before the storm. Shadows Rising is the.
They met with who exactly?
Okay, so I'm gonna have to tell the story.
Yeah, sure, go for it.
The Forsaken gets ruled by a thing called the Desolate Council, while Sylvanas is war chief, and would help.
Oh, so like it's during Legion, right?
Yeah, pre BFA, and during this thing, what's her name? The Desolate Council, with the help of Lonus Fowl, the big Pamba priest responsible for Paladins.
Yeah, I know that one. I know that one.
They managed to convince Anduin and Sylvanas to let the Forsaken meet their living relatives.
Oh, that sounds really interesting. Not gonna lie.
It's a very restricted thing because that's what Sylvanas wants, to be very restrictive. Only a handful from the Desolate Council at the neutral space that's Thoradin's wall. That ain't neutral, but whatever.
Wait. Where's that place? I forgot.
Near
near
Stormguard.
New Ironforge.
Stormguard and the Rati Highlands.
Oh, okay.
But
Highlands, got it.
But the wall is part of the Horde. You know?
Yeah. There's no more Arathi Kingdom. Yeah.
Yeah. So they agree to this deal. The deal happens. Alonso's foul, Kalia Mentil, who's hiding her face because she doesn't want the former Lordaeron people to see her, and a bunch of other priests are there to ensure things go smoothly, you know? Like, nobody deflects to the other side or stuff like that.
Wait, let me stop you for a second.
Go ahead.
Why didn't they just do that in Dalaran?
Good question.
So, like, you had entire Kirin Tor to just blast anyone who tries anything.
Yeah, you know, there were better measures, but no, they did it there. Call it dumb writing. Whatever.
My God.
Anyway.
You had a literal flying neutral city.
I know. Anyway, during this meeting, everything's good. People meet with their relatives and they're all happy, you know. And there was this living mother that had a husband and 3 sons. All of them dead. But the 3 sons are Forsaken. So they're still technically alive. And they're so happy and stuff. And they meet, and it's quite a heartwarming bit in the book when you read it. And that's what makes what happens next tragic. The sons convince the mother to leave. to leave the gathering,
No way.
to give the gathering place, and go back to the Alliance because they
Oh my God.
wanted to live with their mother.
God, that cannot work out.
Add to this another important fact. One of the members from the Desolate Council recognizes Kalia. And Sylvanas hears of that.
Wait, why is she even mad at Kalia? Why?
She's scared the Alliance will use Kalia as the rightful monarch of Lordaeron and dethrone her. She wasn't even there at that point, but...
Wait. How the hell are they gonna dethrone? That doesn't even make sense. She's not Queen of the Alliance.
Lordaeron. Queen of Lordaeron, that's the thing.
Yeah, I'm saying she's not Queen of the Alliance so that she can get dethroned from Lordaeron. They will have to declare war on Lordaeron and then, like, slaughter the Forsaken to take back the city, right?
Okay, no. Let me give you a real-world example. CIA and Latin America.
Okay, what?
Okay, so a bunch of coups in this Latin America and leadership changes didn't happen by brute force and stuff like this. It happened through subversion from the CIA. But here's the thing. Anduin came up with the idea, Kalia refused it, it got buried after she refused.
He killed her.
No, he didn't. Let me get to that part. So the idea of Kalia as the new queen of Lordaeron is gone.
But how can she lay claim on the land that's not even part of the Alliance anymore?
It was hers to begin with. Let me finish the story.
Yeah.
So
that's just sorry to interrupt you again.
It's okay.
But that's like let's take some another city or zone. Basically, laying claim on a land that was taken over by another empire doesn't matter. You can just declare war on that to reclaim it, but saying it's yours would do absolutely nothing.
Yeah, you can lay war, but that was not the plan, and not Anduin's plan or Kalia's. But Sylvanas finds out about Kalia is there, sees the mother living with her 3 sons, and orders her Dark Rangers to shoot at the Forsaken that were leaving, you know? And those that were not were quickly taken away and hobbled up back into the Undercity. And
that's just stupid.
That's how the war starts.
BFA started over that. So it was not because of Azerite?
Oh, it was also because of Azerite, but also because of this. Because that was the moment Anduin felt like Gen was right about Sylvanas. That you can't really negotiate with her.
That is such a minor, insignificant thing that I can't believe it.
I mean, killing your own people doesn't sound like a good thing, my dude.
Yeah, but it's not first or last time. I don't Garrus did it, and Sylvanas did it before that several times. I don't get it.
Yeah, well,
not really a big deal. Yeah. Alliance also did it a few times, if I recall.
Oh, that's how it starts, and that's how Kalia
gets Greymane.
Yeah, I know. You hate Gang Greymane.
He's a war criminal. He's probably worse than Sylvanas, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
Well, at that time, Sylvanas, I would say. Because he's also responsible for a bunch of dead people from Lordaeron.
I would disagree only by the fact that Sylvanas brings people back to life with the Valkyries.
Hey, at least she brings them back. His are permanently dead.
Better dead than undead, I say.
No. I don't know. That's a weird moral question, I guess. If I was like Sylvanas, I would allow for them to be permanently destroyed if they didn't want to live as undead.
Yeah, yeah. I,
But
There-
like
there are many
most
things.
people would prefer living as undead than going to like Shadowlands.
yeah,
Although,
I
like,
agree.
if they knew what Shadowlands was, like a lot of souls end up in good place, but you know, you don't know what happens after you die.
Oh, here's another interesting fact about the Shadowlands. Um, there's alternate realities and universes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you're evil in one universe, it doesn't matter if you're good in the other, because the maw
Oh,
is
damn.
written on you.
Damn, that's pretty terrible. It's like actually, how does that exactly work? So if like two versions of me are good in another universes, but one version of me is evil, does that mean I'll still end up in Ma?
Yes.
That is absolutely terrible. How does that work, man? It's like saying there's almost like 100% chance that everyone's gonna end up in the Ma.
Possibly not really. But the question really, when this was discussed, it was referred to Gul'dan. If there's a good Gul'dan out there, where does he go? And from what I gathered, the answer is he goes to the mall with the other Guldans.
Damn, imagine like running into 50 Guldans in the Ma.
Yeah, and you have like 49 that are evil, and just one that's meh,
And then one's like, why am I here? I've been good man all my life. That's actually not a good system. That's actually a terrible system.
Yeah, it is. And I understand why Sylvanas would have wanted to break it down if this was explained. But even the Sylvanas book touches upon things that the game does not explain, and it tries to fix the story with it. It manages a little, but not completely.
I would not agree with that system at all as well. It's just like condemning bunch of innocent people to hell.
Yeah, it is very much so. Dude,
I didn't know that.
it's getting late on my side, and I didn't get enough sleep.
Sure, we can call it quits now if you want to.
Yeah, I wanted to do the Asmongold thing, but I feel just way too exhausted.
Yeah, it's taking
this.
forever. It's no problem. We can end here and just like.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's about it, and I guess I will see you next time.
See you next time. Thank you for watching.
See you, man. Have a nice night.